Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Mother of Karma, and I'm actually back with a dream analysis video. This video is actually going to be in regards to the things that I have seen in my dreams, and I do believe that I was on motherfucking Mars, and I have been reading, okay, let me just start off by saying, sorry, I'm just gonna jump right into it, but thank you for coming to my channel. If it is your first time here, thank you for taking the time to tune in. Please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I highly appreciate it. We are all divine, so we're all here to fly together, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, there's 144,000 chosen ones, and a lot of people only have like 6,000 views on their video. So that means there are a lot of other chosen ones who are not fully awakened yet. So your shares, your likes, your comments, your engagement truly does help. And I want you to know how much these little things really add up and create a bigger movement of momentum for the chosen ones, okay? If you want to chat or tell me something that you picked up on in regards to my readings that I have done, or if my readings have helped you in any way put something together in your life, or if there's something in my readings that you want to chat about, my email is in the description below. In addition to that, so is my Cash App and PayPal information in case you're feeling generous. You don't have to, but it is there in case you're feeling froggy, okay? Now, sorry. Life on Mars came out, okay, and one of my previous readings, and I held on to the cards so that I could speak on this dream. I'm gonna close my eyes for this so I can hurry up and get the messages out, because when I look at myself in the camera sometimes I just like distract myself. Sorry, like my eye would just be like going blurry sometimes. I'm partially blind in my right eye only, so yeah, one-eyed monster. Excuse me, it was a joke. Okay, I'm not a fucking monster. I'm actually a badass bitch who don't take no shit, and I'm loving as fuck, okay? I really am. I'm just trying to be like, dear Lord, please send me somebody's son. Please send me somebody's man. But, you know, all jokes aside, I can survive without that. Anyways, life on Mars. Okay, so I had a dream, right? I was in this car, and my mom dropped me off. I was in the car with my mom, and she dropped me off somewhere. And I was at a school for gifted people, for spiritually gifted people. And, when I got out of the car, I had on this backpack, and I was kind of like in this energy of like, fuck, I don't want to be here. I hate this bitch, all type of shit. Like, I hate myself for being here, all type of energy. And she was looking at my mom. When my mom dropped me off, she was kind of like in this like, you know, like, I don't want to be here either energy, but I'm just doing what I have to do. I guess in regards to some sort of contract she may have signed or signed me up for as a child, or took advantage of me of as a child. I don't know. It just seemed very militant, okay? And my mom was in the military, and so was my dad until he got kicked out. So, yeah. When she dropped me off, it was like this land of rocks that you can drive over, you know, small rocks, you know, gravel that you can drive over in a car. But as I looked to this, where it was like a big ass fucking warehouse with just like a door, like barnyard doors, like halfway slit open, and all the other kids were walking into this building, and I was just taking my sweet ass time to walk in. And I remember, like, as soon as my ears ringing, the frequency in my right ear just went up. This is true. As I'm going in to this building, the whole dream shifted, okay? And by shifted, I mean it just went to something else completely. So the dream shifted, and I ended up being on another place with like people, like karmic people from my high school days, right? And just hanging out with a bad crowd, associating myself with the wrong people in high school and stuff like that. Now, when I was in this, after the shift happened, I was at this place, right? It was like a warehouse, but it was more so a concrete building. And as I've been reading the Book of the Book of Mormon, it almost reminded me of like the Great Abominable Building, like the Great, I forget what it's called, but yeah, the Abominable Building, the Building of Great Space, with Great Space, or something like that they called it. But it's literally just concrete, long rectangular building filled with people who are like the adversary energy. And I didn't necessarily understand what was going on then, but as I've been reading the Book of Mormon, I'm starting to like reprocess my dreams and stuff like that and understand a little more in depth. Now, this Life on Mars card, I felt like I was in a whole other planet. Okay, the energy there was very different. I was also like I was like the main person in charge, but I was also being excluded in a sense and like kind of brushed off to the side as all these other people were like in a big group just hanging out and talking to each other. And I remember being at like this, the dream shifted into like this type of fair, like carnival fair place where there was like a big ass water slide that I went down with my son. And there was like a big ass, it was like a big ass fair, but this boardwalk was almost like half of it was Vegas and the other half was like Florida. But right in the middle was this boardwalk. And it was just like you're being like, it's like you're in two places at once, right? And recently I've been hearing a lot the message of you're split, you're split, you're split. And I'm just like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, you're split. And I'm just like, okay, is my soul split? And it's just like, yeah, your soul split. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? You know, the more I ponder it, the more truth comes out. And I've been told like my soul is split into two. I'm existing in two different places at once. And I'm just like, well, how the fuck does that happen? And I just hear like, it's more advanced than that. It's more advanced than that. It's more than what you think. So I'm just like, okay, what the fuck could that possibly mean? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Please, you know, I need the motherfucking government to come and tell me what the fuck is going on. And I know I'm in the motherfucking light in all the situations that I've fucking been through. So if somebody could really, really come through, I would appreciate it. But I wish that bitch, like, I just don't got time for the manipulation, okay? I don't have time for the manipulation. I've been too much fucking manipulation for a motherfucker to come through and be like, oh, we're going to take you here, here, and here, and you're never going to come back. Like, all right. I guess I would agree to it depending on what the motherfucking circumstances was. Like, am I still going to be able to get the messages out? Am I going to, like, have my freedom? Because if you're going to try to take my freedom, bitch, then you're going to die because God's going to take you up out of here. All right? But anyways, so I was up here, like, the dream just shifted from being on this planetary-like place to being on this boardwalk. And on this boardwalk, I was like waiting in line to play bumper cars with my younger brother and younger sister and stuff like that. Then we were at fucking Disneyland somehow. It was like Disneyland mixed with like Nickelodeon Studios. And then like I ended up in like this big ass theater. But I was all by myself. Everywhere I went. So Life on Mars is really an interesting card because I know for 7:57 on the clock is a very interesting card because I know for a fact that you know, Elon Musk is really focusing on taking people to establishing life on Mars. And my question to this is 8:08 on the clock: is it only people with money that are able to go? If so, why? Okay, is it spiritually gifted people that you're going to choose to take with you in order to truly advance the quality of life up there on Earth? All right, but I wasn't picking up on that because it's like I was the only spiritually gifted person there, because I'm telling y'all, all the people that I hung out with in high school and their associates were there too, but I was the main person in charge. And it's just like I just wanted to take my staff and slice off all their fucking heads and just be there by myself. But I didn't do that. I was just kind of like, okay, y'all can... I'm sorry, somebody just made like a weird noise. But it was almost as if like, okay, y'all can do what you gotta do. I'm gonna, stay to myself. And the background that was there was like, it was like this reddish to purple aura or vibrational energy. And purple was on the higher end of the color spectrum, meaning like wave frequency and stuff like that. And red is the first, which is like the lowest. So it's like the lowest vibrations of energy mixed with the highest vibrations of energy. And when those two mix, and like you can see like red was on the left and purple was on the right, but in the middle it was equally like ombre balanced. And when that happens, I'm just curious to know, like, does this create a true balance of harmonic energies or does it not? But when I was there, I remember seeing myself walking down these aisles of this church, and I was the only person in color, and all these people sitting in, all the benches were full. I mean, this church was like wide long, and there was like all these people just sitting there in gray, and I'm like, they were all in gray, okay, if that makes sense. Like, it's like they were there but they weren't there, and they were all looking at me like give me stank face, give me evil eye, like they didn't want to be there, but it's almost as if they were stuck there, okay. And me being the only one in color made me realize, like, okay, I'm the fifth ray of knowledge that's there. Like it's like I'm already there, but these people mentally and consciously are still gray because they're not in color and they haven't reached this point yet. Like, they haven't finally made themselves part of the church, which I'm not sure if it's, physical church, or if it's spiritual church, or a spiritual consciousness level of church. Yeah, it was just really interesting. But as far as life on Mars, I really feel like I see myself there. And another dream that I had was being in this clear glass bubble, okay, that kind of like, it's like, it's a vehicle, and it has controls, and like you sit in a seat, excuse me, and like there's these controls in front of you. But when you look at this circular glass orb from the outside, there's only glass, and you can see straight through, and you can only see the person sitting in a chair. You don't see any of the controls or anything. So I'm just like, what the fuck? And all I remember was like this big ass torpedo type thing coming straight at me, and I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm about to die. But then I remember the feeling of fear just getting ripped out of my body, right? And I'm in this circle, right? And this rocket just came and was like, it stopped, and it was like, pink. And then it just sat right where it was at. Like, almost like I was untouchable. Almost as if I was a motherfucking superhero or some shit. Mind controlling this shit to stop. And I also remember looking up at the sky and seeing a big ass plane just come down off in the distance, and just boom, and just hit, and all this shit just went up in flames. All right. And then after that, it was like I was hearing like international intercoms just like saying, don't fear, we're just testing. But I'm hearing screams and shit like that off in the distance. So I don't know what it was. Like, if it was fucking experiments going on people's lives, or experiments going on the mental state, or something like that. I don't know. But I do know for a fucking fact that I've seen this shit, and it really like had me wondering. So then I was out in this field, right? Like I stepped out of the glass vehicle, and I was standing outside on this grass, and it was very lush grass. It was very soft under my feet, almost as if like as I walked on it, I left my footprints. Okay, so kind of like soft, mushy type of grass, but almost like moss. Okay, it was like moss, and when I walked on it, my feet left an imprint there, and I just remember looking up, and I seen like this square, whitish type of spaceship come through the motherfucking sky, and just flying around, just like they're fucking having fun. Okay, and then after that, I had seen like from side view, like I was on the outside of this shit happening. If that makes sense. This is where the dream shifted to something else. I remember looking off into the city. Like I'm in a hotel room, looking through glass, looking through like the city, like in a city view hotel. But I wasn't in a hotel. So just imagine yourself like looking through the windshield of a car, looking through like the glass view of a hotel room, but you're not in a hotel room. I actually didn't know where I was at looking at this. No, I was in the glass vehicle. I was in the glass vehicle kind of looking through like some sort of like virtual reality type thing. And I really don't know. And I do know. Stop saying you don't know when you're talking about this shit, bitch. Damn. I was looking at it, and I'm looking out onto this city, right? And in this city, sorry, my neck is hurting. And in this city, all I see is another plane come down, right? But this plane is coming down and it's kind of like wavering back and forth. And I'm like, oh my God, this plane is about to really crash and hit all the shit. And then I just remember the plane stopped, like just came down, was about to hit the city and blow shit up. Because there's already shit on fire in the city, I'm telling y'all. Cars, all type of shit. And this plane came down like this, and I just remember it just stopped. And then just like sat itself down. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? And I remember being fearful, and then the feeling of fear get ripped out of my body again, and I'm in this lighter state of consciousness, or just overall feeling, like feeling really floaty, feeling very light, very airy, very able to fly, like I felt like I was in a spaceship just about to do backflips type shit, no gravity. That's how I could explain it. And I'm just like, what am I seeing? Like, I really didn't know what I was seeing at this point, but I have definitely seen myself on other planets. And that is why I chose to speak on the Life on Mars card, because, if there are people really working out there to put life on Mars, I'm just curious to know what it looks like. Is it advanced? Is it futuristic? What is it? And I'm going to tell you guys something. I've also seen myself in a glass house. In this glass house, right? There's like a glass, it's like think of like a cube, a see-through transparent glass cube being on one side, and then on the other side, it's another glass cube. Okay, but they're houses, and then like there's upstairs, it's architecturally built and stuff like that. Like, it's not just a basic cube. It's like it's got windows and different levels of shit going on. And in the middle was this pathway to connect the two houses, but the pathway is it has glass all around it too. So it's like two houses connected by a walkway. And I just remember seeing myself walk out, seeing myself, like, controlling myself to walk out this door and walk into the other house and be able to go back and forth and just do whatever I wanted to do. And it was very calming, very cool, but I didn't understand the message, the message. I didn't understand the message there. So I'm going to pull some cards in regards to that. And, okay, what I'm seeing on top here, I kind of shuffled these already. Native lands have been taken advantage of for too long. And, as I'm reading the Book of Mormon, I have come to realize that the promised land is the United States, okay? It is the lands in South America. It is the lands in which Nephi was guided by the Lord to come from Jerusalem, okay? The Lord commanded him and his family to leave Jerusalem, to build a ship and to come, and that God and the Lord would take them to the Americas, or at the time to them it was called the Promised Lands. Now, I've realized that this book is a documentation of these people coming to the Americas and, planting their seed, whether it be, of food, vegetables, all that, and, and people too coming to the Americas. And it also let me know that, like, it also actually made me question, like, if Nephi's family came to the U.S., right, and populated it with its seed and just kept growing and growing and growing, does that mean we're all from an ancestral family? But I also find contradiction in that, because there's races and, like, skin pigmentation, stuff like that, that changes us all, that makes us all different and differentiate. But I just don't know how that one will work the fuck out. All right? It was just a really weird question that hit me, and I'm like, sometimes the stuff in this book, doesn't really make sense. It's like, it's almost as if they want us to accept incest, because I can't ignore the fact that the book has been rewritten so many motherfucking times, and rewritten by English people of English language and stuff like that. And if you are aware, the English were also the pilgrims that came over and pillaged and tortured and killed off the people, the native people off of our land, off the land of the Americas. And the Native Americans that were already here when these pilgrims came about were, very spiritually inclined, very, very knowledgeable, very spiritually tapped in, very full of wisdom. So the fact that they shared this wisdom with these people, they took and these people use this spiritual wisdom that was given to them by the native people, okay, against them for so long, and had the audacity to really kill these people off of their own land. Imagine the amount of fury and wrath that these people are going to have to face. Generations upon generations, doesn't matter. Because they continue to allow this to go on and don't do anything about it, that's the milk and butter, I guess, that's going to get them killed off, because they have had the chances. They have been warned. They have been shown to stop doing, damaging the land and stuff like that. So, life on Mars is indicating that because the native lands have been taken advantage for too long, that is why people are working to put life on Mars in order to save, I guess, the collective, or the people who are not damaging the lands. I would hope that those are the only type of people that get to experience life on Mars. I feel like it should be people in a higher vibration of living in life standards that should be able to travel out of this havoc, if that's what you want to call it. I don't think it's 100% havoc, but I just mean like the oppressional systems, okay, the oppressional governments and stuff like that. Because there's the United Nations and international government affairs, and to say that our government isn't working with other governments and stuff like that to influence the other governments, or take influences from other governments and implement them and stuff like that, is just absurd. Like, you gotta be kidding me if you think that shit's not happening. Okay, these people have money, they have the means. Not everybody has the money and the means, but I do pick up that the money and the means belong to the people. Okay, draining the swamp, only pharaohs. So I'm picking up like, so draining the swamp, which is why I think I seen Earth on fire, because the people that reside here in the low vibrational energy and don't like really attempt to contribute to raising the vibration or raising the collective consciousness of the people, they're the ones who are, they're only contributing to the swamp, which is a mess. 22:11 on the clock. And so I'm picking up like only the pharaohs, or pharaohs, or only the children of God should be able to go to seek and cherish life on Mars, or life in distant planets. Excuse me. But Mars is also, wrath and war and control planet. So, okay, so I know y'all seen Toy Story, the aliens and whatnot. I don't know if they were on the moon, if they were found on, if I don't even remember. It's been a while since I watched it, but if they were found on the moon, I believe they were found on another planet. It's the moon. But I'm picking up on aliens that were inhibited Mars, Draco energy. They're the ones they're the swamp, which is why Donald Trump always says, drain the motherfucking swamp. Okay? And I don't think Donald Trump is a bad person. He just made it very clear what he stood for. And a lot of people hated him for being outspoken and stuff like that. But I think Democratic Draco, okay, I'm not trying to get political, because I'm not really into politics really all that deep, but I'm just saying what comes to mind. These people are the ones who are this low vibrational energy, and all Trump did when he became presidency was create an uproar, because you know how long it's been since a Republican was president? I don't think a lot of people pay attention to that. And a lot of people think Obama was the first black president, but apparently his nationality is more white than he is black. His mom's white. So interesting. I'm getting, this is really relatable to my last reading as well. Ex-lover working with familial ops. So ops are opposition, people that are opposed to your views, people that go against what you say, the way you think, the way you breathe. Like, they hate to see you breathe. They hate to see you speaking shit off the fucking top of your head and it being really knowledgeable. Okay? Yeah, be yourself and speak your fucking truth. Amen. That was a message for me. I don't know about you, collective, but it should have been. Okay. I'm also picking up that if you are a spiritualist or consider yourself very highly spiritual and you've been hiding behind yourself, or wanting to start your platform or get on YouTube to share your messages, or get on Instagram, or whatever platform you want to pick, you should do that. Okay? Because we have higher intuition than others. Now, there are only 144 chosen people, that were sent here and put on this earth to be vessels for God, be the true children of God, in order to further his word, further and understand his level of consciousness, and understand that it is all connected. It is all created by him. Applying for truth, seeking truth, applying yourself, really picking up, applying, going back to school, seeking deeper truth. I don't know. Applying yourself for truth, which is really like seeking truth, making sure that you follow through with, the things that you want to do. Really pushing yourself to seek truth. But these messages really is coming out. Applying for truth. Not being oppressed with what you say. Speaking your truth is applying yourself for truth. The more you get in the energy of giving the messages and stuff like that, the more information you will get. You and I have higher intuition than others, okay, if you're a chosen one. Using your resources wisely, okay, when applying for truth. I'm so sorry, this lighting is like not doing anything. But the camera reads it backwards, so sorry. Teeth can be fixed, #insecurity. So I'm picking up, perhaps you may be insecure about your teeth. Perhaps you may have a few insecurities that you need to just brush off a bit, because there's a lot, just remember this. There's somebody out there that it's a very low vibrational energy that is a lot more worse off than you and what your situation is. Don't let insecurities overrule you. That's how you become stagnant in a low vibrational energy. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Justice over the situation. Okay? And as far as life on Mars and native lands have been taken advantage of, I truly feel like, okay, so these people could be either building life on Mars in order for them to find an escape, traveling out of our planet, and trying to leave us here with rubble and dried up lands after they've depleted us of everything that after they've attempted to deplete us of everything that the earth inhibits, as far as like, drying up our soils, infecting our soil, with these fucking landfills that need to get taken care of as well. Let me see. Actually, let me use these. Holy Spirit, please show me what I need to see in regards to life on Mars. Right. All right, bitch. Spiritual gangster, bridge the worlds. And I will tell you about a dream that I had. I've already kind of spoken on this a bit, but long story short, I was on this concrete bridge, right? And I think it's UK, Ethiopia, or the Netherlands. One of those areas, I'm not 100% sure, but they have bridges that go over the freeways that are covered in grass and stuff for animals to cross, animal crossing. But I know I'm a spiritual gangster. I'm a gangster lover as well, which means, like, I go hard for those that I love. I go hard for the people that, truly do love me and show me that they love me. But as far as bridge the worlds, I was on this concrete bridge, and half of it was still uncovered in grass. Like, it wasn't, like, it was industrialized. Like, it was like America, okay? And it wasn't in color, it wasn't full of love, it wasn't full of light, nothing. It was just like stagnant energy. And I remember, look, the other half of this bridge was covered in moss. There had flowers growing out of it, there was mushrooms, and there was like orbs of light everywhere. There was just all type of fucking magical shit going on the other side of the bridge. And on the other side of the bridge, I believe who I met was Lady Nada. And she's in my... Here's that 5th ray of knowledge card that I was talking about on the bottom of the fucking deck over here. This is pretty much being the beaming light source amongst all these people who are still unawoken to things. And mind you, there are 144,000 people who are, you know, chosen children of God who have not awakened yet, because, and I know this by simply looking at the amount of views at different tarot readers that I actually watch. I don't watch that many anymore, but I just have my strong little 3. Their views, you know, their you know, channels are way more progressive and way more up there than mine. But it's not even about the numbers, but I do look at the numbers to see how many people are really like woken up to this shit. And the max that you usually see, the average is like on a slow day it's like 1.5k views, and then on a good day it's like 6,000. So 6,000 people out of 144,000 are only awoke. Like, that's not good at all. And I'm just feeling called, like I am stepping into my, you know, calling as far as getting these messages out and being on here. I'm a creative intuitive, and I use cards to help me clarify and help me help me help me enhance what I'm speaking on, help the energies become more confirmed, help the energies become more help what I'm saying become more obvious, I guess. I don't know, become, what is the word for like when energy just becomes built up more? Explosive, I guess. And yeah. But on the other side of this bridge, it was a woman. She was dressed in all white, but it was like glimmering pinkish, purplish white back and forth. And she had long, wavy, dark blonde hair. But I'm trying to find the Lady Nada card for you, because that's exactly how she looks in this deck. And I had this dream before I even bought this deck, which was really, really, really like surreal to me. And I've always loved roses as a child. And when I seen this, it really was like, what the fudge? Okay, that shit really had me like, wow, I love it. And I really love this shit, y'all. I really love, you know, collectively connecting to y'all and being able to get these messages out there. Like I said, I'm more of a creative messenger, which allows me to speak more freely, not have to be so conformed to the form of tarot. Okay, if you look at the top, this is Lady Nada. She's very euphoric energy, very light. She is a divine healer. She is a gatekeeper as well. And I'm just showing y'all this card so that y'all can see what she looks like. But and if you, I don't know, if you look at the bottom, she has purple and pink dress on, and I didn't see that on this card before. But confirmation, okay? I learn something new every time I pick up a card. So when I was on this bridge, that's what I saw. And off in the distance, though, behind us was like this city over water. And it was almost like I wanted to touch it, but she was like, you can't touch it yet. And it kind of made me sad. Like, it kind of like really made me sad that I had to wake the fuck up from this dream. From this vision. And it's almost as if like Atlantis was almost in either Atlantis, ancient cities, ancient, seeing beyond the veil, like, excuse me, almost as if the veil is going to drop soon, and we're going to be in this higher vibrational energy, and we're going to be able to be in a state of love. We're going to be in a pure state of being happier than we truly are. And I'm just here to say, I just really can't wait for that, because light beings and people in a higher frequency are truly having a hard time struggling being on this earth because of all the low vibrational environments that we're forced to, you know, live in, as far as like our only, you know, we don't really have like city rooftops and stuff like that are open everywhere. We don't have like lush gardens and stuff in between our apartment buildings where we live at with these people. We don't have gardens, we don't have greenery in our apartment complexes and stuff like that. We have like planted trees and small little areas, yeah, but we're supposed to be existing in like lush ass gardens, lush ass places like this, places of higher levels of nature. Like, there's not really anywhere else like this on Earth anymore, because it's all been depleted. It's all been taken from us, because these type of places exude higher vibrations of energy. And being guided to I'm being guided to end it there. I have definitely shared a lot of dreams here. I will pick up, let's do traditional tarot real quick, even though I just said not conform to, you know what? I gotta keep going. All right. That's what I'm being guided to do. Holy Spirit, please show me what I need to see in regards to this life on Mars. Pull between two people, so uncontrollable it drives the world crazy. Okay, this is twin flame energy, divine soul contracts, divine partnerships, stuff like that needs to fucking come together. All right, Holy Spirit, please show me what I need to see in regards to this dream. Holy Spirit, please show me what I need to see in regards to life on Mars. Please show me what I need to see in regards to life on Mars. Okay, pick your poison came out. That's what I'm saying. Like, the energy of life on Mars is very, of being in that Mars environment was very confusing, because it was a lot of people that I didn't really fuck with. So it's almost as if, like, I wanted to kick myself out of being there. And that building there gave me, like, concrete, like, more like prison-like energy, and being it was almost like the Great Abominable Building. Like, you don't want to be there. It's fucking whack people. Like, they're just, I don't know, low vibing, I guess. Holy Spirit, please show me what I need to see in regards to this dream. Holy Spirit, please show me what I need to see in regards to this dream. Okay, I compare myself to no one. All right, know that you are chosen. Know that you are divine. Know that you are of a higher vibrational energy. Holy Spirit, please show me what I need to see in regards to this dream. Yeah, you could be feeling pulled in many directions, in too many directions. Okay, I know I've been feeling the same way. Do your due diligence in regards to bettering the earth, starting a business, or creating a small way to give back to the earth. Time to elevate, positive vibes. All right, and I'm getting very heavily hot. Secret group chats. All right, this could be significant. I know. Okay, here we go, and this just confirms that what I've been picking up on and talking to, because I've literally called out my own family in regards to family and my ex in regards to having group chat and shit with my family behind my back. Ex-lover working with familial ops, and secret group chats just came out to confirm that. So definitely giving me Mars energy, like control. People that just want power, money, and control. And these people are just so fucking, it's just like, damn, can y'all just, why don't y'all want to change? And the fact that they don't want to change is why God's gonna have to, Jesus Christ or God, whichever one wants to come. I don't think God likes coming to earth. So if God comes to earth, it's gonna be a lot worse than if Jesus Christ comes to earth. So and that's just the truth. I've been praying that Jesus Christ does come to earth and help us. There's so many people. We just have been praying to be washed and elevated from these oppressive energies, and just been praying that we get justice from these energies. And I won't even say energies, from these controlling ass people that really just need to disappear. So, okay, I'm picking up that they building their life on another planet because they got to go home soon. They getting kicked out. And I'm picking up extraterrestrial treaties are going to be ending soon, which is why life on Mars is coming about. We'll be hearing about it in the news. Alright, we really the fuck will. If the news will even exist anymore, because they're also controlled by the motherfucking secret groups, okay, by these secret group chats, by these secret Mars like energy people. If you don't know about there's a video on Spirit Science that could explain it more, but pretty much beings that came from Mars came through back in time, and they came to at first they were outnumbered by the people of Atlantis, the Atlantean people, and when they came down from Mars, all they saw, you know, they're very masculine energies, very stuck in their ways. They only wanted to seek control, seek power, and take the power from the people that were already here, and they got forced to conform to what was already being done here, because they saw the amount of energy coming from Earth, and these people that, you know, came from Mars like energy, or, you know, have, I forget the specific name of the extraterrestrials that were on Mars, but these, I don't know, I'm going to call them like draconians, because they're like very power hungry, very unethical, very corrupt, very survival instincted, very unrealistic, very full of just wanting to control other people and stuff like that. And yeah, that's why they're building life on where they're at. It's time for them to go. They're going to get washed out soon. So I'm being guided to end it here. I say that, but I'll pull a tarot card because okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right. So we have the Three of Swords, waiting on overseas, other planet. Opportunities, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting on time, just literally waiting. I feel like we're going to see this in the news. That's why I said we're just waiting to see this shit play out. Queen of Cups energy, which is intuition, creative endeavors, creativity, being intuitive. And if you notice, she's on the beach, which is giving me like Atlantean energy, Atlantean vibes, Atlantis. She's surrounded in gold. She's the Empress, sitting here. This is the Empress on this card though. The Empress in the Queen of Cups energy, okay? And in regards to life on Mars, I couldn't even get the words out before the cards flew out. But we have the Seven of Cups. Yep, Seven of Cups and the Judgment. So Seven of Cups is all about seeing through illusion, seeing things straight for what it is, seeing things in the true perspective, even if you're in the dark, okay? And like I already said earlier, this is our ascended masters up here, the innocent, the holy light has vibrations of white light coming from the heavens, calling judgment upon these motherfucking smites, these abominable people, these controlling people, these pawns, these people who are using other people to manipulate and gain off of them financially, these Mars-like energy. Like, this is literally what the energy on Mars looked like, okay, except it was more vibrant and red and more purple. But if you look, it's literally a little bit of red, and it's kind of like murky grayish purple down here. And I am definitely being guided to leave it there. On that note, I hope you guys all have a grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening, wherever you're at. Please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks for sticking with me to the end. I hope that you guys all have, you know, a great little nap. We don't go to sleep no more. We just take naps, baby. All right. Much love to all of you guys. I hope you're doing great. My email is in the description, along with if you want to chat, along with a nice prayer, and my donation information is in there as well. If you're feeling froggy or feeling generous, I highly appreciate it. Much love to you guys all, and hope you have a good one. Bye.